Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Peak Signing Agents Podcast, where I, your host, DVO, Derek Van Otten, am helping you become the best notary and signing agent that you can possibly be. And at the time of this recording, we are getting to month end. And we're getting into that season of the year when more people, because it's spring and summer, are interested in buying and selling and moving. And it's just a busier time of the year for us as signing agents. Well, I thought I would talk about a real issue that happens to us, especially during this busy time of the month, and that's the potential of getting burned out. It happens. I've been burned out. I still get burned out, especially when it's a very busy day or week. It just gets tiring. And it's easy to get burned out. But the negative effects of burnout is you're tired, panic attacks, you're maybe a little grumpy, you don't want to talk. You get home, you just want to rest and relax instead of spending time with the family. And so I want to talk about how to maybe avoid getting burned out. I also want to say it is normal to get a little tired, to get exhausted. That happens in any business or at any job. You just get tired some days, right? Some of us, if you're a full-time signing agent, you've had a job in the past, most likely. And there are times that you get burned out. You're given a big task or a project, or it's just a busy day, and you just get tired. Hey, that happens at any job or in any business. But how can we maybe eliminate some of the burnout or the feeling of exhaustion or burnout? So I want to share some tips that I personally do. These are things that just help me. And maybe you've got some other great tips. And if you do, please go to the comments of YouTube and share that with everyone else so that they may also maybe benefit from your tips. The first thing I want to talk about is taking care of our bodies. I've been on a big health kick in the last year, especially since my diagnosis. And that's been a big part of my feelings of just feeling energized, feeling good, and it just helps me avoid feeling exhausted and burned out. The one thing that I try to do, which I'm not the best at, but I try really hard, and that's getting enough sleep, especially when I know I have a very busy day or week coming ahead of me. I will really try to get better and more sleep so that I am just rested. I think a big part of being burned out is just the exhaustion. So I try to get a good amount of sleep the night before. And then when you have a drained battery, like your body is drained, you need to charge. How do you recharge? With healthy food and drinks. So I cut away from energy drinks because energy drinks and soda, it might boost your energy, but then there's usually going to be a crash. So I like to avoid sugars. So I have black coffee or green tea. That's what I like to drink, but I always carry a jug of water. I carry a jug of water, or I carry a bottle and I fill it up with water. But I try to avoid sugary drinks. I just drink water, black tea, or black coffee or green tea. That's just what I like to drink. That gives me natural energy from some natural caffeine, not too much, but I don't add sugar or anything. It is an acquired taste, I will say, but it is a taste that I have acquired, and I'm used to having black coffee or green tea by itself, and I'm okay with it. If I do anything, maybe I'll add a little bit of honey or lemon to my tea, to my coffee. I might just add a little bit of butter, grass-fed organic butter, but that's usually it. That's just me though. That's just me, and I drink hydrogen water. So I always carry my water bottle with me, and then I have a jug that I carry around that's full of hydrogen water. And that just keeps me feeling good and feeling hydrated and keeps me awake. Also curbs some of my cravings if I'm drinking water. But if I do get hungry, I do pack a lunch. I've talked about this on past episodes where I talked about being healthy on the road. It's also the episode where I talked about I was diagnosed with cancer. But I still do those things. I pack healthy foods, fruit, vegetables is mostly what I pack. Maybe a really organic protein bar. If I do go out to eat, I'm getting somewhere where there are salads with protein, like chicken, and it just makes me feel fuller longer, and it helps charge my battery so that I can keep going. So starting off, when I know I'm going to have a busy week or a busy day, the thing that I like to do to prep beforehand is get enough sleep the day before, pack me a lunchbox with things that I can be snacking on, healthy foods that I can feel full longer with, and it'll just charge my battery to keep going. So that's how I like to start off to avoid some stress and burnout. Then some other things that I like to do are some stress management techniques. When you're running around and you're doing closings and you're doing scans and your phone's going off because it's month end for requests, you're getting text messages and emails and saying, hey, are you available? And you're like, all right, I need to decompress. So what are some things that I like to do? I like to take some breathers, just even at a red light, just talk to myself, take some deep breaths, say it's okay. I might even mute notifications so I'm not getting the notifications. You know, when you're in a closing and your phone's going off and you feel like you want to look, so I will just maybe even just mute my notifications so I'm not being bothered. I don't feel the stress. And so I mute notifications. I take deep breaths. I talk to myself just saying, hey, this is a good thing. Getting lots of notifications is a good thing. It means I'm busy. It means the market is busy. But I just can't answer everything. I'll get to it when I'm done. But so I try to use because I will say this. I have been at times where I have just screamed in the car because my notifications were just going off like crazy. And you're just like, I can't handle these notifications. So I take that negative feeling that I had and turn it into a positive feeling saying, wow, it is so great that it is so busy. I am so thankful I'm in an industry that is needed. And I just turn off my notifications and just do all that I can do. Just tell myself, all you can do is all you can do. All you can do is just one order at a time. So those are some things I do. Some things I might do also is because I'm always listening to audiobooks and podcasts to self-improve and learn, I might switch that off for a moment. I might just do something different. I might listen to uplifting music to kind of keep me energized and going to feel good. I might listen to a fun podcast, maybe a topic that I like, or a stand-up comic that's doing a podcast, or some actors, and just kind of listen to their guests, someone that I might be interested in, just to maybe self-indulge and just do something else to just kind of break it up, just so I can just enjoy a little bit, because it can be stressful. Maybe I'm listening to a fun audiobook that I might like. So instead of listening to a motivational book or an entrepreneurial book, maybe I'm listening to a fantasy book or whatever you're interested in. Or a lot of times what I might do, so I like reggae music. That kind of puts me in a good mood. So I put reggae music on, or I also put opera music on, like Andrea Bocelli. I'll listen to him. It just kind of puts me in a good mood. But also something I might do is put a stand-up comic on and just listen to some of their stand-up comedy. I really like stand-up comedy. It makes me feel good. Makes me laugh. Laughter is a big part of relieving stress. Laughing. Not screaming like I did, but laughing. So I'll put a stand-up comic on and I'll just listen to that and enjoy that. So those are some things that I recommend to maybe decompress. Maybe pull off to the side of the road and maybe read a book. Again, maybe instead of listening, maybe you just read. Maybe talk to yourself. Maybe say a prayer. Whatever you need to do to maybe just decompress. Other things I've done in the past is take a nap. Just pull over to the side of the road, put my windows down a little bit, and just put a 10 or 15 minute alarm and just take a nap. I've had to do that before. So these are just things that maybe can help you decompress. Taking breaths. I might even go get some healthy food and go to a park if it's nice weather and just have a picnic, even if it's by myself. I have had picnics in the park by myself. Sit on the grass, get grounded with the grass, have a good meal, have a nice healthy meal, and just sit there, maybe do some people watching, and just try to relax a bit. Take some deep breaths, enjoy the outdoors. And so that is something that I have done to, again, avoid burnout, de-stress, decompress. Other thing I want to talk about is setting boundaries. Because it's sometimes hard to say no. I get it. It's hard to say no sometimes, especially if it's with someone you're working directly with, whether it's a signing service, you work a lot with a signing service, or it's one of your direct clients, an escrow officer or a loan officer. And I get it. It is hard to say no, but you need to set boundaries, and it's okay to say no sometimes. They understand the reason they are going to you is because they are also busy themselves. They know it's a busy time. They know if you can't do it. They understand, and it's okay to professionally and politely say, unfortunately, I am really just booked up at the moment. I really can't do a lot more. Maybe later tonight. Maybe this evening. If they're available, maybe at 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. And I'm saying because you have a really busy day. And you're just like, I don't know if I can take any more. And if you feel like, okay, maybe one more. But if not, it's okay to say no and just say, I am so sorry. I would love to do this for you. But I think I am just really booked out today. Let me know if they want to schedule something tomorrow or maybe even tonight, like later tonight. Maybe I can help then. But unfortunately, I really cannot. And a lot of times they have other maybe notaries that they can work with. So it's okay to say that you're not available. And give alternate times or availability. But this is when I decided to start my signing service, because I was getting so busy with my directs and I could not handle them all. And I was referring them. Hey, you know what? Let me ask. I know somebody. You want me to ask them if they're available for you? But then I realized, well, now I'm losing some money here. But at least I'm giving them an alternative of a great notary that I work with, that I network with locally. But what if I can get still some money from this by starting a signing service? And this is when I started my signing service. I was just getting too busy to do everything, and I just knew it was time to start my signing service because I was referring other notaries to them, and I thought, what if I just now start a signing service? But if you're not ready to start a signing service, that's okay. You can still just refer maybe some good friends, some notary friends that you work with, and they can do the same for you. Hey, let's do something. If you get really busy, you can refer your clients over to me. And if I get really busy, I can refer my clients over to you. You can build a nice network there. Or maybe now it's time to start your signing service when you are just getting so busy. That's a good thing. Remember, it's a good thing. I know it feels stressful, but it's a good thing. The other thing I want to talk about to help maybe avoid burnout is give yourself an award system. Hey, you know what? I'm working really hard right now, but it's because it's going to be for a future award, whether it's a vacation. Hey, I really want to take my spouse on a vacation or a really nice dinner where we don't have to look at the prices on the menu. We just order whatever we want. Or we want to go to a nice show, or we want to do something. And you will reward yourself and treat yourself and your spouse. Or maybe there's something you really want. Hey, you know what? I really want a mobile office setup. So I'm going to work really hard this month because I'm going to buy this and it'll make my life less stressful by investing into my business and getting a mobile office set up. I'm going to get a printer and a scanner for my vehicle. One thing I just did, because I've been doing so many RONs lately, and I'm always on the go, I prefer to do a RON, a remote online notarization, from home. It's just going to be a better setup. I'm more comfortable. My setup is more comfortable. I've got a nice microphone and headset. I've got my computer. I have a desktop computer that's plugged in, so I don't have to worry about draining my battery. It's just going to work a lot more efficiently and better. But because I am mobile, I'm out doing closings, I'm getting last minute requests for RON, especially during month end. My computer, my laptop that I use here in the mobile office, it kind of gets drained of the battery. Whenever you're using video sessions, it just drains the battery more. And I have a charger in the back of the mobile office here that I'm recording out of. And I plug it in, the fan has been turning on, and it's just draining my battery fast. And I just said, you know what? To make my life easier is stressing me out because my laptop, the fan is turning on, it moves, there's a little bit of a lag, it's moving a little slower. And my laptop was 7 years old. Maybe it's time for a new laptop. I just this weekend invested in a new laptop for me. It has a bigger screen, so that helps me because now I have a better real estate on my computer screen to work and maneuver around. It has a faster processing chip, so it's going to process faster, move faster. It has a longer battery life, and so I just invested into a new computer. I said, hey, this will help take some stress off of me. So I'm doing a lot of RON. I'm going to invest in a computer. So whatever makes your life or job less stressful, maybe say, hey, you know what? I'm going to work hard right now, but I'm going to invest in something that will make my job easier. Maybe it's a mobile office. Maybe it's an award or reward system. I'm buying this for myself. I'm treating myself. Another thing that I'll do to treat myself if I've had a really long, busy month, like right now, I'm super busy. I'm driving a lot. I'm doing closings. I'm printing last minute requests. I'm doing RON all in the mobile office here. And my neck and shoulders are getting a little tense from a lot of driving and just work. So I'm going to reward myself at the beginning of the month. On a weekend, I'm going to treat myself to a really nice massage. Okay? I'm going to go get a massage. And I'm going to go get a nice meal, and I'm going to just enjoy some alone time and be by myself and do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to treat my wife. We already talked about some plans that we want to do. It's just the two of us without any kids, and I'm going to treat my wife because she has to deal with me not being home because I'm out working so much, and she is doing everything around the house, cooking and cleaning and things like that. That's a lot of work. So I'm going to treat the both of us and handling all the kids. So that is something that you can do as well. Create an award system or reward system. And it's like that carrot that's dangling in front of you. It's like the trophy at the end of the finish line. And you say, you know what, this is what I'm doing it for because I'm going to treat myself, or I want to do this. Or maybe it's something that's not as tangible. Maybe it's, you know what, I'm trying to get out of debt. I really want to pay off this debt. I really want to pay off this car, or I want to pay off this credit card, or whatever it is. Maybe that is what your goal is. And you have to sometimes remind yourself, hey, I'm doing all of this because of X, whatever that X is. You have a goal to reach. And maybe you put that goal and remind yourself of that goal, and that will help you avoid burnout. But reward yourself still. Take a break. Maybe you need to take a day off sometimes. It's okay to take a day off. Take a day off and do something fun. Sleep in maybe. Go to a movie. Just go to a nice restaurant. Sometimes it's okay to take a day off. And maybe you need to take some time to exercise. I will like to go for a walk. So after a long day, I'll get home. And maybe I need to talk to somebody. Talk to my wife. We'll go for a walk. Get on a phone. Talk to somebody. Maybe do some jumping jacks in my basement. Do some push-ups just to kind of get the blood going a little bit. kind of spike your endorphins. I might even do that at a park. And just go for a walk, get some fresh air. And the last thing I want to end with is talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Again, maybe it's your significant other. Talk to them. Maybe you get a mentor and you can talk to them. Kind of talk about, sometimes you just need a rant. I get it. Sometimes I'll just tell my wife has no idea what I'm talking about sometimes, but I just needed someone to rant to, and then I feel better. I have an accountability partner that I talk to. Every month, a couple times a month, we get together and we talk. What did we do last month? What's our goal for this month? And then sometimes we just kind of talk about other things. We talk about health. We talk about diet. We talk about food. We talk about books. We just talk about other things sometimes. Hey, this is what I'm doing today. And they just need positive, encouragement. She just texted me like, hope you're having a great start to month end. I'm out doing some meetings and conferences, networking. I'm like, oh, that's so fantastic. Let me know how those go for you. I'm out hitting the pavement. I just went into 5 offices today to go introduce myself. And so sometimes you just need someone to talk to and vent to. And maybe you need a therapist. That's okay. That's okay if you need a therapist. Someone to talk to. Someone to maybe help guide you. Maybe a life coach or a business coach. These are okay. And anyway, these are things that I personally do. They just help me. I eat good. I go for walks. I talk to someone. I have an accountability partner and I have a mentor. I talk to them. I'm in a group of other signing service owners and we talk once a month. I try to exercise. I try to decompress by listening to music or something funny, and I reward myself. I say, I'm doing this because I'm building a business. I'm letting them know what great service we provide, that we can get things done for them. It's growing my business. So that's good. That reminds me of that. I've got goals. I'm trying to retire young. I'm trying to buy lots of real estate. So I think of these. Those are long-term goals though. So I'll keep long-term goals, and then I think of short-term goals. I'm going to get a massage. I'm going to go to a nice restaurant. So these are things that I do to help avoid burnout and decompress and avoid stress. Because make business fun. Make this job fun. Don't make it all about the money. Don't do it all about being an entrepreneur. Have fun with it still, okay? Remember why you got into this. Remember why you became a signing agent. Why did you become a mobile notary? All right, I hope that helps. Relax. Enjoy, because you are an awesome person. You are an awesome entrepreneur. And I'll talk to you next episode. Bye.